Hola, compadre. Welcome to Rio. I hope you had a good flight. My brother has told me so much about you. My name is Rodriguez Gonzalez Hernandez de la Roja. Take your time to have a look around. We have jaguars, sea lions, meerkats, and even chimpanzees here. We are particularly proud of our latest arrivals, king penguins. These cute fellas were only delivered from the Falkland Islands yesterday and will be a special attraction in the park. The additional costs for installing the climate control units for the penguins were huge, but the visitors are becoming increasingly demanding, and ultimately, we want to keep as many visitors satisfied as possible. You're going to help us modernize the visitor facilities. We would like to invest in more facilities so that visitors are more satisfied and stay in the park for longer. We have set up a visitor book on our website where guests can let us know what they thought of their visit to the park. Here you will see a selection of the most important recent visitor comments. The aim here should always be to achieve a high number of good ratings, as these will ultimately increase the level of the park attractiveness. The current park attractiveness will be to receive good ratings. We must keep the visitors to the park as satisfied as possible during the entire visit. Select the visitor list at the top of the screen again. If you now select any visitor, you can see their current thoughts on the bottom right. Visitors don't only want to watch the animals, they also love seeing attractive foliage and decorative items. We have already provided ample greenery, so let's focus on the decorative items in the park. Please select the flashing button where you can view some decorative features. There's a wide range of items and facilities available to choose from, with variations on each item. You can view these using the green gear wheel. I'll let you go on with it now. Look for some decorative items and distribute them evenly around the whole park. However, make sure you don't block any thoroughfares used by staff or visitors. All the access routes should remain freely accessible at all times. Good. That'll do for now. After all, we don't want to use all the money for decorative items. Don't forget, we're a business too, and our aim must also be to entice the visitors to spend more at the park. The key word here is drinks. I think we drink more here than in any other country. And not only, let's just have a look and see what happens if we add a few drink machines. Please place 3 machines along the thoroughfare. Make sure that the machines are facing into the path so the visitors can't miss them. Just look at how the thirsty visitors are flocking to the machines to buy drinks. The manufacturer of the machines assures us that these are the most modern self-cleaning machines with a range of different settings. They've supplied a manual of over 100 pages. Let's see. Don't turn the machines upside down. Don't fill the machines with detergent. Aha! Here it is on the last page. Select Now click the Goods Overview button. Aha! So here we can choose what drinks we want to provide. We can only offer the drinks with 2 stars when the park attractiveness level has reached 2 stars. But you can activate the soda. Now, close the menu again. I'm now really curious. You can see what the visitors think of the current price levels in the item info menu on the bottom right. Select the price rating button in this menu. When I read things like that, I say to myself that we could raise the prices a little more at the drink machines. Return to the goods overview and double the prices. When you have finished, you can then apply the settings to all the other drink machines using the Apply to All Facilities of this type button. Then press OK to close. If you like, you can now of course continue the upward price. The more stars the item of goods has, the higher the prices the visitors will accept. However, only fully satisfied visitors will pay the top prices you have set. Now that we have provided drinks for our visitors, I have another business proposition. So here's a little quiz. Where does each and every one of us go at least once a day? Hint, when you've had a lot to drink during the day. Correct, the restroom. Please have a look at the visitor facilities to see what you have available. You're sure to find an attractive restroom building there, so position 2 restrooms at the side of the thoroughfares. Hey, let's go for it. Buy 4. Distribute them evenly around the park so the visitors don't have far to go to respond to a call of nature. Now for the business preposition. You can even charge visitors for using the restroom. To use this, select an existing restroom building and click on the button, then select the Apply Price button to apply the same. Wonderful! Now you have an extra source of income. You can easily check if the visitor, apart from the restroom buildings and drinks, there are other sources of income to explore. For example, aviaries and aquariums. And you can charge visitors an additional admission fee to these buildings too. Now build an aviary at the side of the path with the entrance facing into the thoroughfare. Good. You have maybe already watched a visitor throwing trash on the ground. You can easily prevent this by quickly placing garbage cans along the thoroughfare. 10 garbage cans should do it, provided you can distribute them evenly around the park. Okay, that's done. But the garbage cans have to be emptied to keep the park clean at all times. We must now hire some garbage men. I had already placed an ad in the local paper. Now let's hire some garbage men. Ideally, you should position them so that any areas where visitors may stop and rest are covered. You can also adjust their scope of tasks so they don't overlap too much. Excellent! All the trash has been cleared up and the park is now spotlessly clean. I hope the visitors will take note of this and will also have some good ratings and comments in the visitors book. Wow, our activities are proving very successful. The park attractiveness level has increased. As you can see above, our park now has a 2-star rating and that calls for a celebration. Grab a drink, we finally arrived in Rio. Now that the park is more attractive, we can turn our attention to the price of admission we charge at the park entrance. To do this, please select the entrance building. Here you can use the price rating button. By the way, did you notice the narrow bar under the park stars? When this bar is full, you can safely assume that the park will be awarded an extra star within a month at the latest. And the longer bar and more stars also means that the visitors to the park will be prepared to pay higher prices for admission, visitor facilities, and goods. The more stars your park has, the more interesting animals, plants, or decorative items you can buy. What is also important is that more stars will attract more demanding visitors to the park, similar to a 5-star restaurant. The demanding visitors will, for example, refuse to buy goods or to use facilities that have fewer stars. You can, in fact, upgrade your own buildings and make them more attractive, but you may sometimes have to build new buildings. For example, we now have the opportunity to build nicer and more comfortable 2-star restrooms. So, just replace the small restroom buildings in the park with 3 larger restrooms. If you see a visitor with 2 stars, it could be that he is complaining about the limited selection of drinks on offer. That is because your drink machines are only selling 1-star drinks. So activate the biosol. We should now turn our attention on the upgrading of the aviary. To do this, select the aviary and click the upgrade button. This menu works similar to the goods menu, so activate the second upgrade level. Cool! Now you have achieved a great deal for our little wildlife park and have gained your first Allow me to give you a check as payment for your services. This should come in handy if you ever want to invest in a wildlife park yourself. I can easily imagine that you are now capable of building your own park.